Welcome back to another video brought to you by Extreme Gaming Cabinets, and this is part 3 of a series of videos on how you can customise your pinball machine. And in today's video we're going to talk about our sound system. We've got a killer sound system here. It's very unique. You won't find this on any other system commercially available anywhere here in Australia and possibly anywhere in the world. It's completely unique to what we do on our machine. So I'm going to go through it, I'm going to explain it. But the focus of it's going to be on the sound system is you can customise on a table by table basis of your sound on any table, and it will save its settings. So if you go back to that table, whatever you adjusted your sounds to, it will stay saved to that settings of your sound. If you go to another table and you have it louder or lower in sound, it will also save on a table by table basis. So once again, you'll be able to customise the sound settings on a table by table basis and customise your machine to your own taste. Okay, so what we're going to go through is, the first thing to mention is, on our Extreme machine here, we have a 9 speaker system. That's right, you heard correct, 9. And on an Extreme Premium, we actually have a 10 speaker system. So we have an absolute killer sound system on it, and I'll explain first what the speakers are. Okay, so if we go to the back box, you'll see the grills there. What we have is 2 speakers in behind those grills. Now they're 270 watt speakers. And what you'll hear out of that is all the table sounds of the music, etc. in the tables. Okay, so if you've watched some of our videos, you would have seen some speakers directly underneath the back here, underneath the playthrough with PC, as we also have another 2 Logitech speakers there. So 2 there, 2 above being 4. We also have next to our 2 Logitech speakers, which is next to the PC, on top of a shelf there, we have a subwoofer underneath. Now the subwoofer is the 5th speaker, so you've got the 4-in-1 speakers, being 5 speakers. Now that's all your sounds of your music from the back box. And while we're talking about the 5 speakers of the back box, now they're controlled from the inside here. So if you come to the front, you open up the coin door, it might be a little bit hard to see, but we have a black dial here, volume control. Now you can turn it up and down. Now this is only your music sounds. So you hear this. So as you can hear, it goes pretty loud. Okay, so I'll just turn that back down. Okay, so you can also control your main volume of your music sounds through the dial in there first to begin with, to set it to your taste. Okay, so that's the first part of our killer sound system, is all the music volume controls of the 5 speakers through the back box. The second part of our sound system is the tactile transducer speakers that interpret the mechanical sounds from the game as vibrations. Now we have 4 times 100mm Dayton drivers for this. Now if you watch some of our videos, you've probably seen this, a few of our inside of our videos. We have a 100mm speaker there, and we have it up hard underneath the flipper, and that's the vibrations of your flipper, all your bumper shots, etc. You'll feel it through the machine. And if we go towards the middle, we also have a second one around about here as well. So we have 2 each side being 4 speakers. So that's your tactile transducer speakers, which gives all your vibrations down the side of the machine, like the roll and the ball, etc. And that's how we have 9 speakers. Now if you have the premium model, we also have a massive Dayton tactile bass shaker. So we have a big bass shaker as well, being speaker number 10. Okay, so now we need to explain how it all works. So like I say, we've got a killer sound system of either 9 speakers or 10 speakers, and being in 2 parts. Now, we need to go through what the controls are. So we have a look down underneath. So if we go to the front here, right underneath here we have 2 black buttons. Now those 2 black buttons there, they turn your volumes up and down. Now I'm going to explain how we do this. Okay, so if I'm pressing them, like so they're just hidden underneath. We go back up to where the top videos are. What you'll see there in green is a volume, and it says table volume. Okay, so you can see I can go up and down. Now if I turn it right down, what you'll hear is I've completely taken away all the music sound of the tables. Now if we get the game going, what you'll hear, we've still got all the mechanical sounds. You hear all the bumpers, the rolling of the ball. Now that's all your transducer speakers, the vibration down the side of the machine, the rolling of the ball, etc. Just a quick note on that too, guys, is I did a video a little while ago saying how we use 8 solenoids and how important 8 solenoids are, because you have your left and right flipper, you have your slingshots, and through the middle we have 5, 6 and 7 as your bumpers up the top here. So if I just launch this, now without having 8 solenoids you wouldn't get these sounds. Just launch that. So that's 5, 6 and 7. So without that you wouldn't get those solenoids firing. Okay, so as you can hear we've got no sound as far as music going. Okay, so now we can actually also, we can turn up and down the vibrations, the feedback system underneath the playfield. Now to do this, what we need to do is we need to hold the left flipper in. Now if we go back down underneath with 2 buttons, we go back up to where you can see the volume. What you'll see now is it's table volume secondary, and you'll see it's a different colour. It's not green now, and this time it's more of a pinky purple. Now we can turn those sounds up and down to your taste on a table by table basis. So if we go right down again, so we've turned both down. Now just launch the ball again, and what you're going to hear this time is you're not going to hear the same sound, but what you're going to hear is just the 8 times solenoids, and that's your, that was the shaker motor then. So we're only hearing the 8 times solenoids. So we've completely turned off all your transducer speakers, and all you're hearing is the solenoids. Hence why it's really important to have 8 times solenoids. Okay, so another thing to show you is inside we've also got a switch here. We can switch off the solenoids. Now I've just lost the game, so I'll just get it going again. I'll put in some credits. Okay, just launch the ball, and what you'll hear this time is it's silent. Or almost silent. As you can hear, the solenoids are completely turned off. Wait for the ball to come down. Okay, so I've turned off the solenoid, so I'll just turn them back on. Just as easily you can turn them back on. Just open up the coin door, turn them back on. We'll launch the ball again. And what you hear is the solenoids again. There you go. Yeah, so you can play the machine practically completely quiet at night if you don't want to annoy the kids or the missus, etc. Okay, so we've got the solenoids back on. What we'll do is we'll just push the left flipper in again. We'll hold it. We'll go back up to the top of video area. Okay, you see the table volume secondary being the transducer speakers or the feedback underneath the playfield. We'll turn it right back up. Launch the ball. Now what you hear now is you can hear the rolling of the ball and all the other mechanical sounds along with the solenoids. You really hear the rolling of the ball. Hear that? Okay, so once again, if we go back underneath with your up and down volume and we go back up to the top where it's green, once again you'll see it's green table volume. Now we turn it right back up. What you hear now is you've got all your music back. We launch the ball again. Now we've got full sound of the music as well as your feedback system, tactile feedback system going. Okay, so that's covered that part of it. Now the next part would be the mute. This button here. Now if I press the bottom one, so you got your right flipper and you got your right magnet, and directly under that, I like to call this the half mute button. So if I press that, if we go back up to where it says the volume, we've got global volume half mute, or we can go full. So as simple as a push of the button, we can go half, and we can go 100%. And I like to use this when I'm going through the menu system, and I like to just sort of just whack it, go through the menu system at half mute, and when I go on the table I like to hit it again, go full sound. So I'm not hearing the table's too loud going through the menu system. Okay, so I'll just do a half mute. Now above it, is the magnet button. So you use the magnet button in games, but also you use it for the sound. And now if I press both at the same time, if we go back up there, put it on the half mute, I press both together. What you'll see now is I've fully muted the table. Now, I'll get the cable going again. So once again, if you want to play the machine quietly, you can do this very easily. No keyboards, guys. Everything's done off the machines. Now when I launch it, what you'll hear now is just the solenoids again. So the half mute and the full mute actually mutes the mechanical sounds underneath the playfield as well as the back music from the back box as well. So it's muting both. So you can either do a half mute or a full mute. Now we're fully muted at the moment. Now to get it back, same thing again, you press both at the same time. Okay, so you go back up there, you see it's 100%, we can go half mute again. Gets the sound back. Okay, so that covers that part, guys. And what I'm going to do is just going to take a quick break and I'm going to come back and I'm going to go through and explain how it saves it on a table by table basis and where it saves it. So we'll be right back. Okay guys, so at the start of the video I said how we can save on a table by table basis your volumes of each table. And just to wrap this video up, guys, last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go and show you where all your table volumes are saved. So to do this, what we're going to do is we're going to exit out back to the desktop of the PC. Okay, so like I say, table by table you can save your volume to your taste. So we'll just get any folder up here. Okay, there we go. Okay, so if we go to this PC, okay, so you'll see local disk C. Now, anyone who's been following us will know that we have a lockdown core system on volume C, so you can't accidentally delete any files and muck up your main system, so everything will work correctly 100% every time, reboot back to default. And the E drive is also where you can add tables and do a lot of your favourites, etc. to your own taste. Now, 4 space F. Now this is really important in here. Some of you would know from previous videos we have our high scores saved in F as well, where it's forward, so it reboot back to default, it's saved in the F drive where it's not frozen. Now this one here, the pin volume. This folder here is where all your volume table sounds are saved, and we'll just open up this one, pin volume tables ini. Okay, so if we open up this guy, this is where all your tables, table by table, is saved to your taste on a table by table basis. Now, we can go right up and down. You see there's a lot of tables, so like you've got all the tables, Bad Cats, Barbed Wire, Big Bang, etc. Every table that's in here, and you'll see some of them have got different volumes set at 99, 75. A lot of them I haven't kind of done anything to, but if we go up a little bit until we find some. Like this one here, we've got volume 81, 100 for the Simpsons Pinball Party. We've got some here at 75, 95, so 86 there. So whatever you decide your tastes are on a table, some tables are quite loud and some are not as loud as others. So if you want to set it to your taste, what it does is it saves it on a table by table in here, in your pin volume, on the F drive. So reboot back to default. It will still save all your volumes here, just like the high scores in the F drive. So that's what I mean by customizing your machine to your taste with the volumes. It all saves in here on a table by table basis. So I'll just exit out of that. And we'll just get the machine going again. Okay, so that comes to an end of another video. So that was part 3 on your volume controls on our machine. Like I said at the start of the video, you won't find this on any other machines, virtual pinball machines. This is only on our machines to what we do. We have a massive 9-speaker system or 10-speaker system, depending on what model you get. You won't find this anywhere else commercially in Australia, if not possibly the world. So I hope you've enjoyed the video and understand how the volume controls work, from the back box sounds to the tactile vibration sounds and all the mechanical sounds underneath the playfield. No keyboards, guys. Everything's done off the machine. You can adjust it to your taste. So that's the end of part 3. We'll be back for part 4 soon. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.